Few objects in pop culture are as instantly recognizable or mythic as the golden gun. More than just a weapon, it's a symbol of style, danger, and ultimate precision, inseparably linked to the world's most famous secret agent, James Bond. From the silver screen showdown of the man with the golden gun, where Bond faces off against the enigmatic assassin Francisco Scaramanga, to the living rooms of millions who clutched Nintendo 64 controllers and vied for supremacy in Goldeneye 007's legendary multiplayer mode, the Golden Gun's single, lethal shot has come to represent both the high stakes of espionage and the playful thrill of competition. The legend of the Golden Gun began in 1974 with The Man with the Golden Gun, the 9th entry in Eon Productions' James Bond film series, and Roger Moore's second outing as MI6 agent James Bond. Loosely based on Ian Fleming's posthumous 1965 novel, the film introduced audiences to Francisco Scaramanga, played by Christopher Lee, a notorious assassin whose elegant golden pistol, assembled from everyday items, became instantly iconic. Scaramanga's $1 million price per kill and his deadly marksmanship cemented the weapon's place in cinematic lore. To understand how the Golden Gun's legacy unfolded within the film, consider the story's focus. Bond's pursuit of the Solex agitator, a device that could solve the world's energy crisis. This quest leads him into a dangerous game of cat and mouse with Scaramanga, culminating in a cinematic duel over control of the valuable technology. The film, directed by Guy Hamilton and scripted by Richard Maibaum and Tom Mankiewicz, reflected contemporary anxieties through its energy crisis theme and capitalized on the martial arts craze of the 1970s, staging action sequences in Asian locales such as Thailand, Hong Kong, and Macau. Although some scenes were set in Beirut, none were filmed on location. Following its release, The Man with the Golden Gun received mixed reviews. Christopher Lee's performance as Scaramanga, an antagonist whose skills rivaled Bond's, was widely praised, but critics took issue with the film's comedic tone and Britt Ekland's portrayal of Bond's ally. Despite turning a profit, it was the fourth lowest grossing Bond film at the time, casting doubt on the franchise's immediate future. Furthermore, this film marked the end of the partnership between producers Albert R. Broccoli and Harry Saltzman, leading to a hiatus until The Spy Who Loved Me debuted in 1977. Yet, from this cinematic debut, the Golden Gun's mystique grew far beyond film and literature. This expansion is especially evident in its impact on video games, where the Golden Gun achieved new heights of notoriety and influence. Building on its cinematic origins, the Golden Gun left an indelible mark on gaming history with the release of Goldeneye 007 for the Nintendo 64 in 1997. This groundbreaking first-person shooter, developed by Rare and published by Nintendo, did more than adapt Bond's cinematic world. It revolutionized home console gaming. Initially envisioned as a platformer with pre-rendered sprites, and later as an on-rail shooter inspired by Virtua Cop, the project ultimately evolved into one of the earliest and most influential console FPS titles, based on the 1995 James Bond film Goldeneye. Goldeneye 007 is widely credited with popularizing the first-person shooter genre on consoles, setting a template for multiplayer and mission-driven gameplay that would shape the industry for years to come. Although a remastered version for the Xbox 360 was reportedly completed, it was never released due to intellectual property disputes between Microsoft and Nintendo. Instead, a new game titled Goldeneye 007 launched for the Nintendo Wii in 2010, which was subsequently re-released with enhanced graphics as Goldeneye Reloaded for the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. Examining Goldeneye 007's gameplay further reveals the Golden Gun's impact on interactive entertainment. Players step directly into the shoes of James Bond, tasked with thwarting a criminal plot to unleash a deadly satellite weapon. The game's campaign spanned diverse missions, blending object-driven action with stealth and strategy. Yet what truly set Goldeneye 007 apart was its revolutionary split-screen multiplayer mode, which allowed up to 4 players to compete in frenetic death matches. This innovation would influence generations of shooters. The game's development journey was as bold as its gameplay. Initially conceived as a Super Nintendo side-scroller, Goldeneye 007 evolved into a 3D first-person shooter inspired by genre-defining titles like Doom and Virtua Cop. The young team at Rare, led by Martin Hollis, drew inspiration and research from visits to the Goldeneye film set, with permission to expand on the movie's universe through original missions and characters. Upon its launch in August 1997, Goldeneye 007 surpassed all expectations. Critics and players alike praised its sophisticated graphics, mission variety, and groundbreaking multiplayer. The game went on to sell over 8 million copies, earning BAFTA and Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences awards, and cementing its place as the 3rd best-selling Nintendo 64 title. More importantly, Goldeneye 007 set new standards for gameplay, controls, and multiplayer experiences. These achievements would influence countless games and help solidify its reputation as a console FPS trailblazer. Its legacy continued through spiritual successors like Perfect Dark, remakes, and re-releases, each a testament to its enduring influence on gaming culture. Central to this legacy is the Golden Gun, a fictional 4.2mm single-shot handgun wielded by Francisco Scaramanga. Ingeniously designed to break down into everyday objects, the Golden Gun epitomized both elegance and lethality. In Goldeneye 007, the weapon is hidden in the Egyptian bonus level, requiring players to outwit traps and confront Baron Samedi. Its one-hit kill power made it a coveted prize and inspired the concept of golden weapons in later games. The Golden Gun's transition from film to video game preserved its aura of danger while introducing new layers of challenge. Once unlocked as a cheat, its high-risk, high-reward design, killing with one shot but requiring a reload, made encounters tense and thrilling. Multiplayer modes featured it as both a standalone weapon and as the focus of Man with a Golden Gun mode, retaining the spirit of its cinematic inspiration. The Wii remake of Goldeneye 007 continued this legacy, introducing Golden Gun mode to a new generation of players. On screen, the Golden Gun's genius lies in its ability to masquerade as ordinary gold items, a fountain pen, lighter, cigarette case, and cufflink, allowing Scaramanga to assemble it only when needed. This blend of ingenuity and style, along with his trademark phrase, "I only need one," became the gold standard for fictional weaponry, inspiring the gun's signature one-hit kill status in games. The mythos was so strong that even the sound of the weapons firing, borrowed for in-game use, became part of its legend. The Golden Gun's legacy in gaming is defined by its rarity, power, and the unique quirks that set it apart from other weapons. The Golden Gun is so rare in Goldeneye 007 that no dedicated ammo boxes exist outside the Egyptian mission, and players seldom start fully stocked unless on the easiest difficulty. However, cheats can grant Bond maximum ammo anywhere, and with the All Guns cheat, players can even dual-wield the Golden Gun for devastating effect. The influence of the Golden Gun extends to its variants and spiritual successors across the shooter genre. The Gold PP7, a cheat-activated one-hit kill version of Bond's classic pistol, and the DY357LX in Perfect Dark are notable examples. The DY357LX, wielded by antagonist Trent Easton, is gold-plated and always lethal. Its revolver design, a clever nod to Scaramanga's original weapon in Fleming's novel. These variations echo the Golden Gun's essential qualities: elegance, rarity, and instant lethality. As the Golden Gun's reputation grew, it began to appear in an expanding roster of Bond games beyond Goldeneye 007, including The World Is Not Enough, Nightfire, Everything or Nothing, Goldeneye Rogue Agent, Quantum of Solace, the 2010 Goldeneye remake, and 007 Legends. Most of these titles reserve the weapon for multiplayer, reinforcing its status as a coveted, game-changing prize. Odd quirks persist. Sometimes AI-controlled guards wield the Golden Gun as if it were an ordinary pistol, bypassing its single-shot reload mechanic, a detail observable through in-game cheats in certain cutscenes. Multiplayer modes across Bond games introduced further wrinkles to the Golden Gun's mythos. Under rare circumstances, Players with boosted health and armor can survive a limb shot, and boss characters like Baron Samedi and Jaws can sometimes withstand multiple hits, an exception to the weapon's usual one-shot kill rule. Cheats and in-game conditions enable experimentation, revealing programming quirks and limitations that are not apparent in the films. These gameplay details only add to the lore, inviting players to test the boundaries of the Golden Gun's power. All these elements, rarity, power, unique gameplay quirks, and cultural echoes, have elevated the Golden Gun from Scaramanga's signature firearm to an enduring pop culture phenomenon. Instantly recognized and endlessly imitated, his legend is amplified by video games, especially Goldeneye 007, where it became synonymous with one-hit kills in high-stakes multiplayer matches. The Golden Gun's influence spawned countless golden weapon variants and inspired everything from cheat codes and dual wielding to unique assembly mechanics. Whether in games or on screen, the core fantasy remains: precision, rarity, and overwhelming lethality. Its elegant design and frequent appearances in media have sealed its legendary status among Bond fans. Unlocking the Golden Gun in games is a mark of skill, as it often requires overcoming significant challenges or discovering secret cheats. While some games experiment with its mechanics, the weapon's mythic identity remains unchanged. Both on screen and in games, the Golden Gun's legend is reinforced by unique quirks and technical details. Scaramanga's 2 bullets, the gun's small 4.2mm round, and its instantly lethal reputation. Video games amplify the myth through mechanics like heavy recoil, one-hit kills, dual wielding, memorable assembly sequences, and cheat codes. The contrast between its cinematic, literary, and gaming interpretations highlights the weapon's adaptability and lasting appeal. In video games, the Golden Gun's instant kill power and rarity echo its film mystique, making its acquisition an actual achievement. Golden variants like the Gold PP7 continue the tradition, though only a few retain the iconic one-shot kill effect. Some games reinterpret the weapon's mythos in unexpected ways. In Everything or Nothing, the Golden Gun is stripped of its instant kill power, functioning like a standard P99. A controversial choice that disappointed longtime fans. To compensate, the Platinum Gun delivers the expected one-shot lethality and briefly restores the aura of danger associated with the original. Quantum of Solace offers another rare variation, recasting the Golden Gun as a revolver, reminiscent of Fleming's literary vision. This version fires 6 rounds before reloading, setting it apart from the single-shot interpretation and offering fans a nod to authenticity. Off the screen and controller, the Golden Gun's legend is built on craftsmanship and intrigue. For the film, 3 distinct props were constructed: a solid piece, a percussion cap-firing version, and a fully functional gimmick gun designed for assembly and disassembly. Christopher Lee, who portrayed Scaramanga, recalled the challenge of assembling the iconic weapon. One of the original props went missing in 2008 and remains unrecovered, now valued at £80,000. While official gold-plated replicas have become prized collectibles. The film even nods to Fleming's novel when Scaramanga briefly uses a Colt single-action army revolver, the book's specified weapon, for a playful gag, before dismissing it as a harmless toy. The Golden Gun stands as one of the most famous weapons in the James Bond franchise. Its legendary status is reinforced by cinematic details: Scaramanga's 2 bullets, the gun's tiny 4.2mm round, and its elegant gold-plated construction. Although impractical in reality, the Golden Gun's on-screen aura and video game adaptations have amplified its myth, making it a symbol of instant death and supreme skill. Games continue to honor this legacy, preserving its one-shot kill fantasy, whether as a rare multiplayer reward or a special unlock. Gold's physical properties feed the weapon's mystique. With nearly twice the density of lead, gold-plated 4.2mm dum-dum rounds are used. Dum-dum bullets are soft-pointed or hollow-pointed rounds designed to expand on impact, increasing their lethality. They were banned in warfare by the Hague Convention due to their gruesome effects. In the film, warfare would be existential, adding a further edge to the Golden Gun's fictional lethality. The movie props themselves were cleverly crafted, utilizing modified small-caliber cartridges with rifle bullet tips to capture the aura of deadly elegance. The extraordinary cost of gold is woven into the narrative. Adjusted for inflation, each film bullet would exceed $80, while the novel's solid gold rounds would be worth over $24,000 apiece. This astronomical price tag justifies Scaramanga's $1 million fee per kill and underscores the weapon's exclusivity. Ironically, it is Bond who bests Scaramanga in their cinematic duel, using the same single-shot method, outwitting him by posing as a wax mannequin, a reversal that seals the legend. The novel mirrors this fate, with Bond delivering a fatal shot to the heart after being wounded by Scaramanga's backup Derringer. Echoes of the Golden Gun reverberate throughout the franchise. In Goldfinger, the eponymous villain brandishes a gold-plated revolver, a standard Colt Army special, not a custom weapon, predating Fleming's Golden Gun novel and foreshadowing its cinematic legacy. Among the many James Bond games featuring the Golden Gun, only a few include Scaramanga as a playable character, such as The World Is Not Enough and the 2010 remake of Goldeneye 007. In these games, players can even turn the weapon on its infamous owner. The gun's instant kill power has made it an enduring, sometimes controversial icon in the world of first-person shooters. The craftsmanship and illusion behind the Golden Gun's cinematic presence are as intricate as the lore itself. Many scenes use stand-in props. Real Colibri lighters and cigarette cases were repurposed for the gun's components, while details like the cuffling trigger and pen barrel were swapped for functional props in close-ups. Video game adaptations such as the original GoldenEye 007 sometimes omit these details due to technical constraints, omissions that are later corrected in remasters, thereby preserving the weapon's legacy for new audiences. The Golden Gun's reputation is further embellished by its fictional history. In the 1974 film, Scaramanga's $1 million fee per hit is matched by the rarity of his kills, only 4 on screen. The novel credits him with up to 50, aided by his infamous Golden Derringer, a venomous backup weapon inspired by real-world assassinations. Derringers, renowned for their concealability, have dark historical associations, most notably in the assassination of Abraham Lincoln. The novel even depicts Scaramanga's desperate attempts to finish Bond with a knife after using his Derringer, adding a layer of gritty realism to the legend. The Golden Gun's influence extends into gaming's most iconic moments, with its GoldenEye 007 appearance, retrieved from Baron Samedi's booby-trapped lair, and with cheats even dual-wielded, standing out as a defining example. Perfect Dark's DY357LX, a gold-plated Colt Python, pays direct homage to the novel's version, offering instant kill shots and the rare option to dual-wield. Quantum of Solace also introduces a revolver-based Golden Gun, which fires explosive rounds and features a gold-plated scope. Across games, the weapon's destructive power is celebrated, whether in the hands of Bond or as a sought-after multiplayer prize. Variations abound, but the core fantasy remains: ultimate precision, rarity, and overwhelming lethality. Some games require players to assemble the Golden Gun from its parts, while others grant unique powers or expanded magazines. Even unrelated titles, such as Valorant and Rainbow Six Siege, feature golden weapons in homage to Bond's legend. The Golden Gun's cultural reach is so broad that it even appears in unexpected places, like comics based on My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic. Meticulous attention to detail sustains the myth. Scaramanga's belt holds just 2 bullets, a nod to his deadly confidence. Gold's density and cost justify the weapon's reputation and Scaramanga's steep price. On screen, the gun's lack of recoil and clever use of stand-in props add to its mystique. In games, one-hit kill mechanics, cheat codes, and the thrill of dual-wielding amplify its allure. Each adaptation, whether faithful or experimental, contributes to an ever-expanding legend that blends cinematic ingenuity with interactive storytelling. Whether in Scaramanga's hand, Bond's sights, or a player's arsenal, the Golden Gun's legacy remains one of lethal elegance. The film prop's intricate engineering and the Bond franchise's creative adaptability have kept the weapon relevant for generations. In games, its status as a coveted, overpowered weapon has inspired countless homages, cheat codes, and references. Today, the Golden Gun silhouette stands as a byword for supreme power in memes, parodies, and popular culture. Fans have embraced its quirks, special multiplayer modes, dual wielding, and rare survivals, fueling its legend and blending cinematic history with interactive competition.